Hi, this is team 3 from group 1. Our task was to create the server lifecycle manager and scheduler. So we also implement the other components, not fully but the basic implementation of these, because our two modules were responsible to communicate with them in the actual platform. So we created just the basic implementation of these. So this is the registry thing. So registry is responsible to give the free list, that is the IP or the instance of the machines on which there is no service running yet. So the registry will communicate with the server lifecycle manager. And this is the monitoring thing. Monitoring part is responsible to give the load of every running instance in our platform to the server lifecycle manager for the load balancing. And this is the service lifecycle manager. It's responsible to start or stop the service. This basically the scheduler here will communicate with the service lifecycle manager and will ask him to run or start or stop the service at the scheduler time, which are already predefined. And then if it is the start of the service, then it will ask the server lifecycle manager to allocate the machine for the service to run. Okay, so and this is the request manager. It's nothing but it will be passing the information to the scheduler regarding the scheduling of the services. Okay, so this is our Docker container. We are treating it as this is our fresh instance. We have not used it yet. If you can see the IF config. So this is the IP of this machine. So, and if you can see, there is one. I'm removing this. I will remove this now. So there is nothing in here. So now we will test first the server lifecycle manager. So we are assuming that the service lifecycle manager will invoke this API. So now let me first show you the monitoring thing. This is the API monitoring. Sorry, we have not run any service yet. Let me run all the servers. So now we will, if we invoke this API, you can see there is nothing present here. But if there is any instance or the server running in our platform, those are going to send the response that we are alive. Okay, so since there is no running runtime server on which we will be running the services, so hence it's not sending anything. Now we will test first the server lifecycle manager. So now we will be assuming that the service lifecycle manager will invoke this. It will invoke this API, and after this our server lifecycle manager will assign the machine and whose IP is this, because there is only one present in our, so which I showed you the Docker container, the IP address of Docker container. It is the password and the username of it in order to access. So what we actually did, the server lifecycle manager allocated this machine and it set up the environment. Setup environment meant to say that it copied the code of the machine agent from its local directory to the to this machine. If you can see now, there is the machine agent code and it's running now, and the server lifecycle manager is responsible to run that machine code. So if you can see now, so here it's getting some responses from this, from 9 to 10, from 10 to 11. So this, let me show you the so this is my code for the machine agent. It's nothing but to invoke one API call of the monitoring and to update the number after every 5 seconds. So yeah, so this was the server lifecycle manager. Let me come to the scheduler part. Now the request manager is responsible to tell the scheduler to run the service. So let me first check the time now. So time is this. So this is our request manager code. So what we will be doing, we will be saying to run the service, to run any service now, and to end it at 1541. I will write it 41 here. Here we can pass the any number of the instances for the service to run. We can here write the 1540, run it at the 40, and also add the many other start times, run it at 5, 6, 7. So now let me run this code. If you can see, this thing got so it went here, and we said run now, so it sent the request to this service lifecycle manager here. So from here to here, the username, application ID, the service name, and the unique ID which we generated for every service instance, and type is start. So that means the service lifecycle will now know that I need to start the service. So it's running. Let us wait for the 41 in order to stop the service. So if you can see, the time is now 41, and it has sent request to the service lifecycle manager to stop the service. This ID, this is the ID. So now if you can see there, it got the request from this scheduler to stop the service bearing this service ID. So this is our part. Thank you.